Hello, Bethel Assembly family. This is the video where we are explaining to you how we are going to transition back to our facility. And pay very close attention. I am not saying how we are transitioning back to church. Church has been going on this whole time. These last 2+ months where we've been doing service online and we've been doing ministry online has not been not church. We are doing church. It's just now we're talking about how we are transitioning back to our facility. So we're going to cover in this video lots of different things. We're going to start with what we are doing as a church, and we're going to end with what we're going to ask from you as a people who are going to attend. So first of all, I want to let you know that we're going to 2 services, not 4, 2 services. Actually, this is a good representation, and you'll understand why in a second. Our 2 services are going to take place at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So you'll have 2 opportunities then to meet with us here at our facility, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. Now we will continue to stream our online service at 11 a.m. So if you don't feel comfortable coming back to the facility yet, don't be afraid. You can still join us online at 11 a.m. Now, if you'll notice behind me, we have changed our chair setup. So normally we would have up to 119 chairs set up in our sanctuary, but because of social distancing measures and what they're asking churches and people all over to do, where we're supposed to stay 6 feet apart, we have set up our chairs socially distant, so we only fit around 52 people in our sanctuary. And we know that we have more than 52 people in our church, therefore we have to go to 2 services. So that's the thing. Next part with these chairs is we're asking people to sit in households. I understand some of you may be even gathering outside of our church together, but we're going to ask you to sit with your household when you come to church. Not with your best friends, but with your household. From your chair, you can turn around and look at other people and talk from your seats, but we're going to ask that you stay in your household seating. Next, I want you to know is that we're going to clean between services. So to start, we have an hour in between our services because we want to make sure we have enough time to clean everything. So we are going to be doing that. Other things you need to understand, we are not going to be collecting offering by the passing of a bucket. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have a bucket at our entrances, which you're going to hear more about here in a little bit. And that bucket will be there at the beginning, and it'll be there at the end, and somebody will be watching over it, so that if you are prepared to give in person, you can drop that off in the bucket when you come in or when you are leaving.
Online is still available.
Yes. Online is still available. And the reality is my wife and I always do this together, so it's okay that this video is not perfectly cut. You can still give online. You can still mail in your offerings. And you know what? I'm going to encourage you as your pastor, do it. Continue to do that. The reason why I encourage you to do that is because that is a discipline that you've been building in your life now for the last 2 months. And that may be a better discipline than waiting to give on Sunday, because you might not be prepared for Sunday. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to another step in what we are doing as a church, and we're going to actually transition here to another location in our facility where we're going to talk about what we are doing to prepare for everyone to come back to our church.
This is the back room, and this is how things will be set up here. There's several seats, several rows set up for you guys to sit in households as well. We will have service streaming live into this room, and so you may not be in the room where everything is happening, but if you sign up for this room, you will still get to be a part of the church service with your family and with your church family as well. I personally have signed up for this room for the June 7th reopening of the building for everyone. This is where me and my kids will be, and so this is not a lesser experience by any means, okay? This is kind of like our overflow seating. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for this room, do it. Absolutely, it is available to you. Our entrance will be the back door over there. And that'll be our exit as well when service is closed. Another thing that we're going to be doing in order to limit contact is that we're not going to have coffee available to you in the building. But you are more than welcome to bring your own coffee with you. I will absolutely be doing that. And yeah, you're more than welcome to bring your coffee with you when you come. We just won't be serving it, just to limit contact person to person right now. Another thing we're doing is we're asking you to limit your bathroom trips while you're here. Not that anyone goes excessively anyways, but just to, you know, try to limit the amount of times that we have people sharing spaces. But if you do have to go to the bathroom, if you're in the multi-purpose room, you're going to use the hallway bathrooms here in our family center. And if you are in the worship center or the main auditorium, you're going to use the bathrooms in the back of that room. They're the small, older bathrooms, but that way we're limiting cross. Nobody who is in this room should be interacting with anybody who is in the sanctuary. So I just used 3 separate names for that room. So you're welcome. If you call it anything, I hit it. Another thing that's going on is that through the month of June, we will have no kids classes, no kids services. This is mostly because we don't have the plans in place yet how to really do that well and safely. And so as we join back together and are meeting together, your kids are more than welcome to join with your family and sit with you. Our kids will be with us, and I will be here in this room, as I said. So we also have 3 separate rooms where streaming is available besides the multi-purpose room and then the main service, which is our nursery, our pre-K, and our comfort room. So if you are a family with young kids who are having a hard time, your family is welcome to use one of those rooms where you'll still be able to enjoy the service in the church building, but then your kids aren't doing as much. One thing is we will not have toys available in those rooms. We're going to be removing those for this time. Again, just to avoid contact as much as possible. We're just trying to limit the number of contact, cross contact, just to be safe. We want to keep everyone as safe as possible because we love you and we care about your health, okay? So if you want to bring toys for your kids with you, you know, I'll probably have a backpack of stuff for my kids, for them to be able to play with. You're more than welcome to do that, all right?
Now, obviously, having kids with us in our service is a challenge. I'm not going to lie to you. I personally, if you don't know me, and my wife, Julie, we have 3 kids, 6, 4, and 2. And so we are telling you, we are trying as hard as we can to keep our service at an hour's length, so that, and not just an hour's length, but within our service, if you haven't noticed yet, we're starting to build kids check-in points in the middle of our service to help them stay engaged. I also promise as a speaker that I'm going to make sure that I'm engaging with our kids. So you haven't picked up on it. Right now I'm standing at what is normally our main entrance. And our main entrance is where most of our people normally enter on a Sunday morning, through the double glass doors, off of our parking lot, alongside the fence with the banner that says main entrance. Now in this season, we're going to ask that you actually not use this entrance. We're going to ask you to use the 2 entrances that are located at the location that you signed up for. So if you are signed up for the sanctuary, we're going to ask you to enter through the double glass doors off of 133. And if you're signed up for the multi-purpose room, we're going to ask you to enter through the metal door located in our parking lot that heads directly into our multi-purpose room. By doing this, we're going to ensure that, one, we have as little, for lack of a better term, cross-contamination as possible, that we're limiting our gathering spaces. So though we may have 100 people in our facility at one time, we're actually only gathering a total of 50 in a location. So that's why we're asking you to do this. So like I said, please don't use this entrance. It will be unlocked because of fire code, but we're going to ask you to use the 2 entrances and exits for this season. And hopefully this doesn't last long, but this is just what we are walking through for now. Next, I'm going to let you know that we will have hand sanitizer available at both of our entrances. So if you need to clean off, and we're going to ask you to clean off when you enter our facility. And then in regards to masks, I know it's something that everybody always wonders, what is the situation with masks wherever we go? So we are highly encouraging masks, especially when you are transitioning in and out of our facility. The reason why we're going to encourage this is because, one, this is where you're going to most likely run into the most number of people. Once you get to your seats, that's on you, but we're asking that you specifically and encouraging, again, it's not a requirement, but we're highly encouraging to wear masks when you are transitioning in and out of the facility. So this brings us to the last thing, which is sign up. So you know now that we have a seating for 52 in our sanctuary, seating for 52 in our multi-purpose room, and we have 2 services at 9 and 11. And so what we're going to ask you to do in email, as well as on our Facebook, as well as even right now on YouTube, on these videos, you're going to see a link that we're going to post in the description. And that you can click on that link, and what it's going to do is take you to a sign-up portal where you will pick your time and location within our church facility to let us know when and where you plan on coming to our service. So I can tell you right now, my wife is already signed up for the 9 a.m. in the multi-purpose room for June 7th. That way, we know that many people are in there already. And for you, the question is become, where are you going to sit? When are you going to come? It would be really hard for us to have to tell somebody, hey, we don't have enough space for you, which is why we've made an overflow seating. But in order to not make that a possibility, what we're doing is asking you to sign up and just let us know. The more people we know ahead of time of how many are going to be where helps us prepare for the day of, hey, you know what? We can fit you in this room, we can fit you in that room. Because the reality is we know not everybody's going to sign up, which is why I'm asking you as your pastor, please, please, please sign up as soon as you can so that we can be prepared for what is to come. Thank you so much for everything in this season that you are going through and walking through. It has been an encouragement for me as a pastor and a challenge as a pastor. It's not been the most fun walking through this, but I really do believe that God is going to use even this transition to build His kingdom through Bethel Assembly. Thank you so much for your time, and be with us today as we
be with us today.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to end it at that. So you're good.